Right now, as you're watching this video, your brain is firing a complex pattern of neurons that's creating your current reality. I'm about to share. We'll challenge everything you think you know about manifestation and human potential. In my decades of research combining neuroscience and quantum physics, I've discovered something remarkable. Only 1% of people truly understand how to harness the quantum field to create extraordinary change. The difference between them and everyone else isn't luck or talent. It's their ability to step beyond the known into the field of infinite possibilities. Let me share a personal story. When I was 25, doctors told me I'd never walk again after breaking 6 vertebrae in my back. Instead of accepting their prognosis, I used the very principles I'll teach you today to heal myself completely. 30 years later, I barely experienced any back pain, not because of medical intervention, but because I understood how to make the invisible become visible. Today, I'll reveal 3 groundbreaking insights about the science of manifestation, how your thoughts create electromagnetic frequencies that shape physical reality, why trying to control the details actually blocks your manifestations, and the surprising way your brain can influence the quantum field. What makes this different from anything you've heard before is that it's not based on wishful thinking. It's grounded in cutting-edge research in neuroscience, epigenetics, and quantum physics. I've seen thousands of ordinary people achieve extraordinary results using these principles, from spontaneous healings to profound life transformations. This isn't just another video about positive thinking. We will dive deep into the mechanics of consciousness and how you can rewire your brain to transcend the limitations of your past. By the end of this video, you'll understand why your current reality reflects your past programming, and more importantly, how to change it. Welcome to the Quantum Breakthrough channel, where we explore the science of infinite possibilities. Suppose you're ready to step into the unknown and create a new future. Hit subscribe and join our transformation community. Let's dive into the observer effect and how our thoughts can influence reality at a subatomic level. Imagine for a moment that you're looking at a subatomic particle. We've discovered something extraordinary in quantum physics. Observing this particle can change its behavior. This is known as the observer effect. It's as if the particle knows it's being watched and responds accordingly. Now, isn't that mind-blowing? Our consciousness, our mere act of paying attention, can influence the fundamental building blocks of our reality. But it doesn't stop there. Let's take this further and consider how this applies to our everyday lives. Just as our observation can influence a particle, our thoughts and intentions can shape our experiences. Have you ever noticed how your mood can affect how you perceive the world around you? On a good day, everything seems brighter and more positive. On a bad day, the world might seem gray and uninviting. This isn't just a coincidence. It reflects how our internal state can influence our external reality. Now let's talk about infinite possibilities. In quantum physics, a particle exists in multiple states simultaneously until it's observed. This is called superposition. Similarly, we constantly face possibilities in our lives every decision, and thought lapses these possibilities into our experience reality. It's like we're the directors of our quantum movie, choosing which scenes to bring into focus. By understanding this, we can start consciously shaping our reality, moving from passive observers to active creators of our experiences. Let's talk about neuroplasticity, your brain's incredible ability to rewire itself. For the longest time, scientists believed that our brains were fixed after childhood. But now we know better. Our brains are constantly changing, forming new connections and pruning old ones. It's like a garden that's continually growing and adapting. Every time you learn something new, whether a fact, a skill, or even a new way of thinking, your brain changes. Neurons that fire together wire together. This means that the more you practice a thought or action, the stronger those neural pathways become. It's like creating a well-worn path in a forest. The more you walk it, the clearer and easier it becomes to follow it. Let's talk about breaking habits. We all have habits we'd like to change, right? Well, here's the good news. It's entirely possible. When we engage in a habit, we follow a neural superhighway in our brain. To break that habit, we need to create a new path. This is where mental rehearsal comes in. By vividly imagining ourselves performing a new behavior, we can start to create those new neural pathways. It's like mentally blazing a trail through the forest of our mind. But here's the key. Consistency is crucial. Just like an absolute path, these new neural connections will fade if we don't use them regularly. That's why it's so important to practice new thoughts and behaviors consistently. Change isn't always easy, but it's always possible. Our brains are incredibly adaptable, and with persistence and practice, we can rewire them to support the changes we want to see in our lives. Let's explore something fascinating: the connection between our hearts and brains. You might think of your heart as a pump, but it's much more. Did you know that your heart has a complex nervous system, often called the heart brain? It's true. This system allows the heart to sense, process information, make decisions, and even learn and remember. But here's where it gets exciting. Your heart generates the most extensive electromagnetic field in your body. This field extends several feet in every direction around you. It's like an invisible bubble of energy you carry everywhere. And get this. The information in your heart's field can influence your brain's activity. It's as if your heart constantly whispers to your brain, affecting your perceptions, emotions, and even your sense of self. Let's talk about coherence. When we talk about heart-brain coherence, we're referring to a state where your heart and brain work together harmoniously. It's like they're dancing in perfect sync. You feel more balanced, focused, and emotionally stable. When you're in this state, you're better able to think clearly and make decisions. It's a powerful state for manifestation because your entire being is aligned and focused. How can we achieve this coherence? One powerful method is heart-focused meditation. This involves focusing your attention on the area of your heart and breathing slowly and deeply. As you do this, try to generate feelings of appreciation or love. These positive emotions have been shown to increase heart coherence. With practice, you can learn to shift into this coherent state at will, enhancing your ability to manifest your intentions and create positive changes in your life. Let's explore the fascinating world of epigenetics. Now, you might be thinking EPI, I would. Don't worry, I'll explain. Epigenetics is the study of how our behaviors and environment can cause changes that affect the way our genes work. It's like a switch that can turn genes on or off. Here's the exciting part. Your thoughts and emotions play a massive role in this process. When you have an idea or feeling, it triggers a cascade of biochemical reactions in your body. These reactions can change how your genes express themselves. It's like your thoughts are the directors and your genes are the actors following the script your thoughts provide. Let's talk about signaling the gene in advance of the environment. This is a powerful concept. Traditionally, we thought genes only responded to our physical environment. But now we know that our internal environment, thoughts and emotions can signal our genes too. So if you consistently think and feel you're already healthy, happy, or prosperous, you send signals to your genes to support that reality. In our research, we've seen remarkable changes in gene expression through meditation. Participants in our advanced workshops have shown gene changes related to immune function, inflammation, and even aging. It's as if they're rewriting their genetic destiny through the power of their mind. Remember, your genes are not your destiny, they're more like possibilities, and you have the power to influence which possibilities become your reality. Let's talk about a small but mighty gland in your brain, the pineal gland. Ancient cultures called this tiny pine cone-shaped gland the seat of the soul, and modern science is starting to understand why. The pineal gland plays a crucial role in regulating our sleep-wake cycles, but it does much more. One of the most intriguing aspects of the pineal gland is its ability to produce dimethyltryptamine, or DMT. DMT is a powerful psychedelic compound that's naturally present in many plants and animals, including humans. It's often associated with profound mystical experiences and altered states of consciousness. Here's where it gets exciting. Some researchers believe that the pineal gland releases large amounts of DMT during intense meditation, near-death experiences, and even at the moment of death. In our advanced workshops, we've observed participants entering deep meditative states that share many similarities with DMT experiences. They report vivid visions, a sense of timelessness, encounters with seemingly autonomous entities, and profound feelings of unity and interconnectedness. It's as if they're tapping into a higher dimension of reality. But why is this important? Well, these experiences can be transformative. They often lead to significant shifts in perspective, increased creativity, and a more profound sense of purpose and connection. By learning to activate the pineal gland through meditation and other practices, we can access these states of heightened awareness and insight without needing external substances. It's like having a natural built-in portal to expanded consciousness in our brains. Let's explore the fascinating world of the placebo effect. When most people hear placebo, they think of sugar pills in medical trials. But the placebo effect is so much more than that. It is a powerful demonstration of the mind's ability to influence the body's healing processes. Here's the key. The placebo effect isn't about the pill, it's about belief. When you believe you're receiving an effective treatment, your brain can produce the same chemical changes as the actual treatment would. It's like your brain is its pharmacy, capable of making the necessary chemicals for healing. And here's the kicker. These effects can be just as strong and sometimes even more potent than traditional medical treatments. In our research, we've seen some remarkable cases of spontaneous remission, instances where serious illnesses disappear without conventional medical treatment. We've documented tumors shrinking, chronic pain disappearing, and even genetic conditions improving. In many cases, the common factor was a profound shift in the person's beliefs and emotional state. How can we harness this power? This is where the concept of becoming the placebo comes in. You become the treatment instead of relying on an external pill or treatment. Through meditation and mental rehearsal, you can strengthen your belief in your ability to heal so that your body responds as if you've already received the most effective treatment possible. It's about creating a new state of being, one of health, vitality and wholeness, and living from that state before the physical evidence shows up. Let's explore a mind-bending concept: the relationship between time and the quantum field. In our everyday lives, we experience time as linear past, present, future, always moving forward. But in the quantum realm, things work differently. Time isn't a fixed linear progression, it's more fluid and flexible. In quantum physics, there's a concept called non-locality. This means particles can instantaneously affect each other regardless of their distance. It's as if they exist outside of time and space as we know it. Here's where it gets exciting. Some scientists believe that our consciousness operates in a similar non-local way. This explains phenomena like intuition, where we access information unavailable through our normal senses. So how can we apply this to our lives? If time isn't as fixed as we think, then perhaps we can access information from what we perceive as the future. This is where the concept of accessing probable future memories comes in. Through deep meditation, we can enter altered states of consciousness where we might glimpse potential future outcomes. It's like tuning into different channels of possibility. In our advanced workshops, we teach techniques for remembering your future. This involves vividly imagining your desired future in such detail that it feels more real than your current reality. When you do this consistently, you're not just daydreaming, you're actually tuning your brain to recognize and act on opportunities that align with that future. It's a powerful way to influence your trajectory and manifest the life you want to live. Let's discuss the profound impact our beliefs have on our biology. Every belief we hold creates a biological response in our body. It's not just a mental construct, it's a physical reality that affects every cell in our system. When you believe something, whether it's "I'm not good enough" or "I'm capable of achieving great things," your brain doesn't distinguish between what is objectively true and what you believe to be true. It responds as if your belief is reality. This triggers a cascade of biochemical reactions that support health and well-being or contribute to stress and disease. Now let's talk about the nocebo effect. You've probably heard of the placebo effect, where a belief in a treatment can lead to healing. Well, the nocebo effect is its evil twin. It's when negative expectations lead to adverse outcomes. For example, if you're convinced a treatment will have terrible side effects, you're more likely to experience those side effects even if you're given a placebo. This shows how powerful our beliefs can be in shaping our physical reality. How can we use this knowledge to our advantage? It's all about reprogramming our beliefs. In our work, we use a combination of meditation, mental rehearsal, and emotional conditioning to help people shift their deeply held beliefs. It's not always easy. These beliefs are often deeply ingrained, but with consistent practice, it's possible to create new neural pathways that support empowering beliefs. And when you change your beliefs, you change your biology. Let's explore a powerful tool for transformation: hacking your autonomic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system controls all bodily functions that happen without conscious effort. Things like heart rate, digestion, and breathing. It has two main branches: the sympathetic, which is our fight or flight response, and the parasympathetic, which is our rest and digest mode. In our modern world, many of us are stuck in sympathetic dominance. We're constantly stressed and always on alert. Chronic stress takes a huge toll on our health and well-being, but here's the good news. It can consciously influence our autonomic nervous system. We can shift from stress mode to relaxation mode at will. One of the most powerful tools for this is breath work. By controlling our breath, we can directly impact our nervous system. Slow, deep breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, helping us relax and restore balance. Our workshops teach various breathing techniques that can quickly shift your state from stress to calm. In our research, we've seen remarkable changes in autonomic function through meditation. Participants show improved heart rate variability, lower blood pressure, and better immune function. They're learning to conduct the orchestra of their physiology. And the best part? These are skills anyone can remember. With practice, you can gain more control over your nervous system, leading to better health, clearer thinking, and a greater sense of well-being. Let's explore one of the most fascinating states of consciousness, the gamma brain state. Gamma waves are the fastest of brain waves, oscillating at about 40 cycles per second. They're associated with peak performance, heightened awareness, and even mystical experiences. Typically, gamma waves occur in short bursts when we solve problems or link information from different parts of the brain. But here's where it gets interesting. Long-lasting gamma states have been observed in experienced meditators. It's like their brains are operating at a higher level of consciousness. In our advanced workshops, we've induced and measured these gamma states. Participants report experiences of profound insight, feelings of oneness with the universe, and even what they describe as mystical visions. From a neuroscience perspective, it's as if the brain can suddenly process vast amounts of information simultaneously, leading to these extraordinary experiences. But gamma isn't just about mystical experiences. Our research has shown a strong link between gamma activity and healing. Participants with various health conditions show significant improvements after experiencing sustained gamma states. It's as if this high-frequency brain activity kick-starts the body's natural healing processes. By learning to access gamma states through advanced meditation techniques, we can tap into our brain's incredible potential for consciousness expansion and physical healing. Let's explore a concept at the heart of quantum physics and our understanding of reality, the field of infinite possibilities. Imagine a vast, invisible field of energy that contains all potential realities. This isn't science fiction. It's a fundamental aspect of quantum theory. In quantum physics, particles exist in a superposition state, meaning they're simultaneously in all possible states until they're observed. It's like a cosmic game of probability. Here's where it gets exciting. Some scientists believe that our consciousness interacts with this field, collapsing these probabilities into our experience reality. How can we apply this to our lives? If we're constantly interacting with a field of infinite possibilities, then we have the potential to create any reality we can imagine. It's like we're tuning into different channels of possibility. Learning to consciously tune our energy to the reality we want to experience is the key. Our workshops teach techniques for accessing this field through elevated emotions. Combining clear intention with strong, positive emotions like joy, gratitude, or love creates a powerful electromagnetic signature. It's like you're broadcasting a signal to the quantum field, saying this is the reality I choose, and the more you practice this, the more you'll find your life aligning with your intentions. Remember, in a field of infinite possibilities, anything is possible. It's up to us to choose which possibilities we want to make real. Synchronicity represents meaningful coincidences that can't be explained by simple cause and effect. Initially introduced by Carl Jung, synchronicity describes events that coincide in time and appear meaningfully related, yet lack a clear causal connection. When we experience synchronicity, we witness an alignment between our inner and outer worlds. These aren't just random coincidences. They're moments when the universe seems to be speaking directly to us through meaningful patterns. For example, Jung once experienced this during a therapy session when a client described a dream about a golden scarab beetle, and at that exact moment, a similar beetle appeared at his window. Research shows that 22 to 84% of people report experiencing meaningful synchronicities at least once in their lives. These experiences often follow a pattern called the REM model: receptiveness, exceptional encounter, and meaning detecting. The fascinating thing about synchronicity is that it increases when actively engaged in personal transformation. When we change our energy and state of being through focused intention and elevated emotions, we become more likely to experience these meaningful coincidences. It's as if the quantum field begins mirroring back to us who we're becoming rather than who we've been. This understanding of synchronicity bridges the gap between psychology and quantum physics, suggesting that our consciousness shapes reality. By remaining receptive to these meaningful patterns, we can use synchronicity to guide personal growth and transformation. Let's explore a mind-bending concept: retroactive causation. This is the idea that future events can influence the past. I know it sounds wild, but stick with me here. In quantum physics, we've seen experiments where measuring a particle in the present affects its past state. Time isn't a one-way street but more like a loop. How does this apply to our lives? It suggests that our choices today don't just affect our future, they can reshape our past. Think about it. Have you ever had an experience that completely changed how you viewed your past? That's retroactive causation in action. In our research, we did some fascinating experiments with random number generators. We found that people's intentions could influence these generators in real time, even backward. It's as if our consciousness can reach back and alter probability. So what does this mean for manifesting our desires? It means that when you set a clear intention for your future, you're not just influencing what's ahead. You're potentially rewriting your past to align with that future. It's a powerful reminder that every moment is an opportunity to reshape our timeline. Let's dive into a fascinating concept: the holographic universe theory. This theory suggests that our reality is like a giant hologram. Just as a tiny piece of a hologram contains information about the whole image, every part of the universe contains information about the entire universe. Now, what does this mean for us? It means that each of us, as part of this hologram, contains information about the whole universe. We're not separate from the universe. We are the universe experiencing itself. This is a profound shift in perspective that can change how we see ourselves and our place in the world. Our research found that genuinely grasping this concept can lead to profound experiences of unity and interconnectedness. It's like suddenly realizing you're not just a drop in the ocean, but the entire ocean in a drop. This theory also has implications for how we access information. Theoretically, if every part contains information about the whole, we should be able to access any information in the universe. This is where practices like meditation come in. They help us tune into this field of information. Let's explore a fascinating concept: the quantum entanglement of consciousness. In quantum physics, entanglement occurs when two particles become connected so that the state of one instantly affects the other, no matter how far apart they are. Now imagine if our consciousness could become entangled in a similar way. In our research, we've been exploring the idea that consciousness isn't confined to our brains. Instead, it might be a field that we all tap into. When we meditate or enter altered states of consciousness, we might be entangling our awareness with this larger field. We've done some intriguing experiments with group meditation. We've found that when a group of people meditate with a shared intention, they can create measurable effects in the physical world. Their combined consciousness becomes a powerful force for change. This has enormous implications for how we think about manifesting our desires. It suggests that when we align our consciousness with others, we can create change much larger and more significant than we could alone. It's a reminder of the power of collective intention and the interconnectedness of all consciousness. Let's discuss emotions in a way you might not have considered before. Every emotion has its unique vibrational frequency, and each feeling broadcasts a specific signal into the universe. Here's where it gets exciting. According to the law of attraction, like attracts like, so the emotional frequency you're broadcasting attracts experiences that match that frequency. If you consistently feel joy and gratitude, you're more likely to attract experiences with more joy and gratitude. Our workshops teach people how to elevate their emotional state consciously. It's not about suppressing negative emotions, but about cultivating positive ones. We use emotional rehearsal, where you vividly imagine experiencing a desired emotion until your body begins to feel it. The key is consistency. It's not enough to feel suitable for a few minutes a day. You need to elevate emotions to your new normal. When you do this, you'll notice synchronicities and opportunities aligning with your new emotional state. It's like you're tuning into a different channel of reality that resonates with your elevated emotions. Let's explore a fascinating frontier, the neurobiology of enlightenment. For centuries, mystics have described transcendent states of consciousness. With modern brain imaging technology, we're starting to understand what's happening in the brain during these experiences. In our research, we've observed remarkable changes in the brains of long-term meditators. We see increased activity in areas associated with attention and emotional regulation. We also see decreased activity in the default mode network, the part of the brain associated with self-referential thinking. One of the most interesting phenomena we've observed is whole brain synchronization. This is when different areas of the brain start working together in harmony. The brain becomes a perfectly tuned orchestra with all parts in sync. People experiencing this state often report feelings of unity, boundless love, and a sense of merging with the universe. From a neurobiological perspective, it's as if the boundaries of the self dissolve, allowing for a direct experience of interconnectedness. The exciting thing is that these states aren't limited to lifelong monks or mystics. With consistent practice, anyone can shift their brain activity in this direction. It's like building a muscle. The more you practice, the stronger and more natural it becomes. Now explore one of the most intriguing areas of consciousness research, the mind-matter interface. This idea that our thoughts and intentions can directly influence physical matter sounds like science fiction, but there's some fascinating research in this area. In our labs, we've conducted experiments where participants attempt to influence random number generators with their thoughts. The statistically significant results suggest that consciousness can affect physical systems. One of the most famous experiments in this field was done by Dr. Masaru Emoto, who studied the effects of thoughts and intentions on water crystals. He found that water exposed to positive thoughts formed beautiful symmetrical crystals, while water exposed to negative thoughts formed irregular fragmented crystals. Consider that our bodies are mostly water. This suggests that our thoughts and emotions constantly shape our physical bodies at a molecular level. It's a powerful reminder of our responsibility in choosing our thoughts and feelings. Our advanced workshops teach participants techniques to harness this mind-matter interface. We've seen remarkable results from accelerated healing to profound shifts in physical reality. By changing our inner world, we can reshape our outer world. Let's discuss something truly exciting, the potential for a quantum leap in human evolution. Throughout history, evolution has been a slow, gradual process. But what if we could consciously direct our evolution? Our research shows evidence that this might be possible. People rapidly change their brain function and even gene expression through meditation and intentional focus, as if we're learning to reprogram our biology. One of the most fascinating areas we're exploring is epigenetics, the study of how our behaviors and environment can cause changes that affect how our genes work. Meditation can turn on genes associated with health and longevity, and turn off genes related to disease and aging. But here's where it gets exciting. We see evidence that these epigenetic changes can be passed on to future generations. Our conscious work on ourselves isn't just changing us, it's potentially changing the course of human evolution. Imagine a future where more and more people are tapping into these advanced states of consciousness. We could see a rapid acceleration in human potential, enhanced creativity, improved health, greater compassion and connection. It's not just personal transformation, but a collective evolution of our species. Let's explore a topic that bridges the gap between science and spirituality, the science of miracles. Now, when I say miracles, I'm not talking about supernatural events that defy the laws of physics. I'm talking about seemingly impossible events based on our current understanding of reality that resembles nature. In our research, we've documented cases of what many would call miraculous healings. We've seen people recover from chronic conditions, regrow cartilage, and even overcome supposedly incurable diseases. From a conventional medical standpoint, these recoveries seem impossible, but they make sense from the perspective of quantum physics and consciousness research. Here's the key. These miracles aren't random or unpredictable. They follow specific patterns. They tend to occur when people enter highly coherent states of consciousness, where their thoughts, emotions, and biology align. It's as if they're tapping into a field of infinite potential and bringing new possibilities into physical reality. The exciting thing is that these states of consciousness aren't limited to a chosen few. They're skills that can be learned and developed. As we conclude this extraordinary journey through the quantum field of possibilities, let's take a moment to recognize the profound power you now hold. These 20 insights aren't just theoretical concepts. They're practical tools for conscious creation that only 1% of people understand and implement. From understanding the quantum observer effect to mastering the science of miracles, you've gained access to transformative knowledge that can reshape your reality. But here's the crucial point. Knowledge without application is simply information. The real transformation begins when you apply these concepts to your daily life. The quantum field is waiting for your conscious participation. Your thoughts are creating electromagnetic frequencies, emotions are shifting your epigenetic expression, and intentions are collapsing infinite possibilities into your experienced reality. The responsibility of conscious creation rests in your hands. Before you move forward on your transformation journey, please take the next quantum leap by joining our community of conscious creators. Hit that subscribe button to access weekly insights into the science of infinite possibilities. If this video expands your understanding, give it a thumbs up. It helps others find this life-changing information. You're not just watching a video, you're participating in the evolution of human consciousness. Until next time, keep breaking the habit of being yourself.